What's up, everybody? This is Pretzi. I haven't done a video in a very, very long time, and we were talking about Odin a lot here in chat. Grats cheese. So I figured I would show off my Odin and how I have him set up and sort of what I do with him. And honestly, I've really come to like my Odin. He's actually in this team, I feel like he works out really well, and you just sort of one-shot things down in an almost copper-like fashion, if you guys have ever used a copper. Except for I think it's even more resilient. So I have my Ophelia here. She's on Swift runes because I want to make sure that they have to target the Ophelia as much as possible. And then my Fran is on Violent Runes. She's got a pretty good set. And she's a little bit faster than Odin. And she does the last two buffs, with one of them being the attack buff that Odin needs to be able to one-shot most monsters. So now he has back up to 3 knowledge. I can get him up to 4 just like that. I'm going to try to stun the Perna. My Odin's fairly tanky, but he's not like super tanky here. So that's pretty strong right there. That's and this is part of the reason why I use Ophelia, because sometimes Odin just doesn't get that what's the word? He doesn't get the kill all the time consistently. So I want to make sure that I have that little bit of backup protection in case they want to like try to burn him down. I can avoid that with Ophelia being there. So right now the Perna had to attack Ophelia instead of my Odin. Let's see. Let's just get rid of that. I want to use her. Odin's going to try to steal that buff, and he did. And that's the other thing about Odin, and I think all the Lightning Emperors, in all honesty, is they are much better when they get 100% buff steal on their first skill. They start to look much better, because then every time they just get a steal buff. Well, that stinks. Okay, gotta go for the Perna here. And Odin's pretty good against Perna, even though the Perna gets to a revive, Odin gets his 3 stacks back. Just want to make sure that we don't... My Odin is fairly tanky, but he's not like... He's not like super, super tanky. He can take a few hits. I'll show you some stats after this, after all this here. I want to see if I can get an attack buff. And right there, that's why you have them on Revenge runes, because sometimes... And I'm just going to auto it from here. So I have my Odin built on Shield, Will, Revenge, because I wanted to start with those 2 buffs and then be able to get the 3rd consistently. And then I have him on Revenge because I want him to be able to... Let's go after this guy. I want him to be able to return... They're going to want to target Odin because he's the threat, right? So I want him to be able to return those attacks back to them when they try to get Odin and find out that they couldn't. Let's see. Maybe I can get an auto break on that guy now. Okay. Now I got an arm break on him. Now I'm going after him. But anyway, I don't want to, like, let me focus on Odin here while we're doing this. He really does take some great runes, because if he's too squishy, then he's just too easy to kill, even with like extra protection around him. But you also need him to be able to deal damage reliably, enough damage reliably to be able to kill the thing that he's targeting. At least semi-reliably, anyway. Because you want him to... you want him to one-shot the first thing that he hits. So that you're going against two versus one immediately. And I guess some other options that could work for Odin. I've seen Kuman, who is interesting. I don't like him that much, only because his passive will not necessarily go on Odin if the enemy goes first and they hit a monster who is not Odin. Then all of a sudden his shield goes onto that other monster that is not Odin. And I really want Odin to be able to get those buffs stacked up on him as quickly as he possibly can. Let me see. Okay. So let's try to show off Odin a little bit more here. Do we have anyone here who I can really show it off with? This guy's already been taken out a bunch, so I could do a 3-2-1. Let's see if I can do a 3-2-1 that shows him off nicely. Here's a good one. Let's go for it. So Yihan will the team they have there looks super annoying with the kind of team that if you don't kill something, then it's going to get healed back almost immediately. Oh man, that sucked. That right there sucks. Okay, well I have to do this because I need to take something out. And I think I gotta go for her. And I need to protect that lady. And bring her back up. Okay, but now we're looking a lot better. So we weathered that first initial burst, and now well. And now we look like we have that stinks, but that's okay. That's okay. So I really need this lady to be up high. Ooh, that was a good proc. Let's bring Odin up back, top him off a little bit here. Got him. So again, you can sort of see that Odin one shot a key monster, and then just sort of we sort of were just able to lean on them a little bit with the 3 versus 2 numbers advantage, and they could never really get through my defenses with just 2 monsters. Wow, panda, not the panda, that vampire hit really hard. Let's see what I can do about that. Honestly, not much. So maybe I just have to expect him to be dead here. God damn it. I hate it when the Paladin does that. That is literally, like, the worst thing to happen. But I think I can do this. Except for I don't need to. Damn it. God, that guy does hit really hard. And then we'll go after this one again, showing off the power of Odin here. So this is going to be a stress test for this team that I have here. A bit of one anyway. It's possible they got a speed lead and Orion is normally built on Swift runes, that they will go first. And I will lose a monster before I get to go. It won't be Odin. Ooh, shoot. I won't be losing Odin because he will have 2 stacks of knowledge on him before anything else happens. So here you can sort of see the runes. I'm just going to show them off really quickly. They're good runes. Honestly, they're pretty good runes. There's room for some improvement. Obviously, here I can increase the defense. I can increase his HP and his defense. And I guess technically his, like, crit damage or something, or crit rate. And here I could add more speed because he just doesn't need that resistance. But and here more attack, etc., etc., etc. But let us see what happens. Really, this is sort of a Orion is annoying kind of defense, and he could just mess up my entire plans completely. He hasn't really. Not yet, anyway. The biggest threat, I think, is Sierra. So they didn't get to kill the first thing didn't kill anyone. And now I got my immunity up. I'm about to kill Sierra. I don't think there is a Sierra in the game who has 40,000 HP. I could be wrong about that, but the point is Sierra was like... It was almost guaranteed that Sierra was about to die there. My Paladin is in jeopardy. I guess maybe not so much anymore since she's got her shield up. Let me protect my Paladin here. And then just... So if you don't have an Ophelia, Fran is farmable. So if you don't have an Ophelia, Who else could you run in place of an Ophelia? You know who you could run? You could actually run this guy right here. I forget his name, Draco, because he will. In some ways, he might even be better because he boosts their attack bar, so he can give you the first turn, all on his own. So if you don't have an Ophelia, a Draco will do just fine, and he is not that hard to find. You know who Draco's not very good against? The Water Lightning Emperor. Just, it's fine because I have 3 mons and he has 1. But just throwing that out there, it's actually not a very good pick, apparently. Who could have guessed that? And this is the reason why it's not a very good pick. Oh, you didn't heal that much. I guess my Draco doesn't have much HP, and that makes it better in this situation? Question mark? Who knows? Anyway, so long story short, and maybe I should have tried that out, but long story short, if you don't have an Ophelia, you can pair Odin with Draco, and that will get you the buffs that you need. You could do Draco Chassoon. That would work, and that would be just fine. I hope my Odin video helped you all out. Cheese, I hope you get to watch, and I hope you have I hope you found it informative and helpful for how you want to build your Odin. Other options, I'm sure Violent always works, but I really find you don't need Violent on him because you just want to kill that first person. Rage Will is fine. Rage Shield is fine. Fatal would be okay. Again, I think my favorite is Will, Shield, Revenge, because I like having that Revenge proc, and I like having them start with those 2 passives, 2 bonuses, 2 buffs for his knowledge, and I have much better damage, shield and will runes and revenge runes than I do rage or violent, which end up going on other monsters for other things. There you go.